Hi guys, Raj here. Welcome back to my channel Cuboholic Cuber. Today we will see how to solve a 3 by 3 puppet V1 cube. So let's start. So first we have the normal notations, right? For the right face, clockwise is R, anti-clockwise is R prime. For left, clockwise is L, anti-clockwise is L prime. For top layer या up layer, clockwise is U, anti-clockwise is U prime. For down layer, clockwise is D, anti-clockwise is D prime. For front layer, clockwise is F, anti-clockwise is F prime. For back layer, clockwise is B and anti-clockwise is B prime. This cube is made from merging 2 by 2 cube and 3 by 3 cube. That is, the corners are of size 2 by 2 cube except the one corner, which is this one, red, yellow and blue. It seems to be a corner, but actually it is a center. It is a center merged with 3 edges and a corner. So it does the properties of corners, that is, it is the corner of the cube. It is also the center of a cube, one of the 6 centers of the cube, and also it has 3 edges merged inside it. So for the 6 centers we have one which is yellow, blue and red, which are the 3 centers merged. So you can't rotate the centers, these 3 centers, but you can rotate the orange center hidden here, or the green center which is here, or the white center here. There are total 9 edges which are movable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 here are visible. 7th is here, 8th is this one and 9th is here. Other edges are visible outside. And since it is merged of a 2 by 2 cube, which is a cube having 8 corners only, it looks that it has only corners outside, but it has edges and centers hidden inside like a 3 by 3 cube. So the basic way to solve this cube is first bring it into a 2 by 2 shape, then solve its 2 by 2 cube. Then after completing 2 by 2, we solve it the 3 by 3 parts in the cube, and once we solve the 3 by 3, the last part remaining is the flipping the edges. And for that we have 6 different notations which we normally do not use in a 2 by 2 cube or a 3 by 3 cube. And the notations are x, x prime, y, y prime and z, z prime. This basically the division of the cube. Normally x axis is the horizontal, so the horizontal line is assumed to be the x axis. So when we rotate the cube along the horizontal axis clockwise, the horizontal axis clockwise, it is x, and when we rotate the cube anti-clockwise, it becomes x prime. Similarly, y is the vertical, so when we rotate the cube clockwise vertically, it is y, clockwise y, and anti-clockwise goes y prime. And z is the axis going through the center of our front layer, so it goes like this from us to the behind. So the clockwise would be like this and anti-clockwise is this. So these were the special notations in this cube, and so we will see the basic part, which is bringing the cube from a different shape to the square shape in our step 1. So guys, let's begin with step 1. And now when we scramble the cube, it forms various varieties of shapes, and every shape has a different way to solve it. So we can't remember all the shapes, so we have reduced it to 5 shapes and their mirror images. So basically there are 3 shapes when we form a square at the base, excluding this one piece cause it is a center, and in most of the cases we need it at the top. So we form a square with white corners, green corners or orange corners. We form a shape of square and make the above 4 pieces to be a flat. As here we can see all the 4 pieces are in flat shape in one layer. So they have 3 conditions when we have bottom as a square and top in 3 known conditions in which all of them are flat. The 3 conditions are: first is the gun shape. It looks like a gun with the top left piece correctly connected with the bottom. And to solve this, we have the algorithm R prime U R U, and then we have its mirror image like the mirror gun. In this we have our top right edge, top right corner connected with the bottom square. And so the algorithm to solve this one is L U prime L prime U prime. This was the first known condition. Second familiar condition is the Z. Looks like bottom is a square and we have a Z at the top. So to solve this we have the algorithm, and remember in this Z we have the top 2 corners connected properly and the bottom 2 corners are to be oriented. So the shape comes to be solved by the algorithm I prime to U R U, and then we have its mirror condition. Mirror Z, and we solve it by L to U L prime U prime. Then the third condition is a straight line or a Y condition. Looks like it will look like this. We have one complete corner, then our center corner in center, and one half corner because it will show an edge when solved here in a straight line with the bottom corner matched with the bottom. And to solve this we have the algorithm I prime U prime R, and then comes its mirror image which looks like this: left bottom connected with the bottom. And to solve this we have the algorithm L U L prime. These were the 3 conditions and their mirror images when we have bottom square. But there are 2 more conditions in which we lose our bottom square but we have a very familiar condition above. First is this condition: it seems like a gun condition, but to the change we have a plus sign between made by the image edges and center. So you have a green center in between, we have a green center and a plus sign making it a different way to solve. And so we have a inverted L or straight L here. From when seen by above we have a straight L, and when we rotate the cube then we see a inverted L. And so for solving this we have the algorithm R prime U prime R U, and then comes its mirror image, and it is mirror image which looks like this. Here also we have a plus sign, white center here, and 4 edges meeting the plus and a gun shape. And so solving this we need algorithm L U L prime U prime. This was the first condition where we didn't have a square at the bottom, and the second condition comes to be like this. In this also we have a plus sign, and so when rotated the cube in y-axis we see a straight L, and when seen from above we see a inverted L. So for solving this we have algorithm R U I prime 2U, and so next will be its mirror image, which looks like this. It also has a plus sign on its top. It has the center corner below, and its shape cannot be named. So the algorithm comes to solve this L prime U prime L to U. These were the 5 basic conditions and their mirror images. And while solving the cube, that is bringing the cube from different shape to its main square shape or cube shape, we remember these 5 conditions and the algorithms to solve them and their mirror images. So let's start. So guys, this is our scrambled cube, and as you can see the shape of the cube is very much undefined. We cannot define the shape properly, so we try to make a square base with, you can see these 2 corners are merged, and so we will try to bring this corner to their level. And okay, so we made a square base, but as we can see the corners on the top are not all on the same level. One corner is raised above the other, so we remove one of the corners in this base with and replace it one of the corners of the above, so that we can change the orientation of this corner. So let's try to bring the same corner to the base, and okay, so we have made another base, square base, but also we have one corner erased again. So keep trying, we need to make a base, and done. So we have a familiar condition which was our condition 2, the Z, and once we have a familiar condition we do its algorithm. And so for the Z algorithm was R prime to OK. So here the problem is we have the center not correctly matched with the Z, so we rotate the Z top to matched again, and then we do the algorithm. Algorithm comes to be R prime to U R and U. And so we have completed our step 1, that is making the cube out of a different shape. So guys, let's begin with our step 2. And in this step we use two algorithms. One is for exchanging these two corners with one another on the front layer, and the another is for the same positions but at the top layer. So first we will try with the front layer to exchange these two. If we cannot apply the front layer algorithm, we take it to the top layer and try with the top layer algorithm. So let's start with the front layer algorithm. The algorithm is 2u r. Okay, so it's not working these two sides. Then rotate the cube, try again. 2u r, again not working, so it is meant that we have to use the top layer algorithm. So the top layer algorithm is I prime u, I prime u prime, I prime u r, u prime r, 2u, I prime u prime r, u, I prime u r, 2u, then x prime, y prime, I prime u r, y prime, l, u prime, l prime, u prime. And so we have exchanged the two corners, and now the last two corners in this position are the red, yellow, green and red, white, blue. So same, first we will try with the front algorithms, which was 2u r. Okay, not possible. Rotate 180 degrees, try again. 2u r, again not available, so take it to the top layer and apply the top layer algorithm. Top layer algorithm was I prime u, I prime u prime, I prime u r, u prime r, 2u, I prime u prime r, u, I prime u r, 2u, x prime, y prime, r prime, u r, y prime, l, u prime, l prime, u prime, and done. And so by applying the top layer algorithm we solve the cube, but sometimes we need to apply this algorithm. In this condition we need to apply the front layer algorithm, since we have the orange at bottom and green at our front. So algorithm comes to be 2u r, u prime, r prime, 2u, I prime, u prime, r, u, I prime, u prime, I prime, b prime, 2r, b and r, and done. So here we complete our puppet cube step 2. So guys, in step 3 we have total 8 algorithms, which are 4 basic algorithms and their mirror, that is from left side, which we apply by keeping orange in our front and yellow in our top when we use the right side, and left and green in our front and yellow at our top when we use the left side. So the algorithms contain 3 algorithms for right side which replace 5 edges in a pattern, and same 3 algorithms for the left which replace 5 edges in a pattern, and one algorithm on the right to rotate the middle layer 3 edges, 1, 2 and 3, and then we have the left from the left to reverse the effect. So the algorithms are: first algorithm for the right is algorithm 1. The algorithm is showed at the top and its effect is showed at the right side here. The notations mean on the right side are FU, which means front up, FR, which means front right, FD, which means front down, LB, which means left and back, and FL, which means front left. So it's just a point or the location of the edge with the two positions we see it. You can see an edge. Usually an edge has two sides, 1 and 2. Every edge has a 2 side, so we define the 2 sides of the edges so that we can locate it properly. Like FU is on the top, front and top, FR is front and right, and similarly we have FD, LB, FL and several. So algorithm 1 is R U I prime U prime I prime U prime I prime U R U, and then we need its reverse, which is algorithm 1 reverse, and the algorithm comes to be U prime I prime U prime R U R U R U prime I prime. Then we have algorithm 2, which is algorithm 1 for the left, and algorithm 2 is L prime U prime L U L U L U prime L prime U prime. Then we have its reverse, which is algorithm 2 reverse, that is U prime wait a second, reverse of algorithm 2 is U L U L prime U prime L prime U prime L prime U L. Then we have algorithm 3 from right side. Its replacement circle is shown on the right. It rotates FU to FR, FR to FD, FD to BD, and BD to FL. So the algorithm 3 is R U prime I prime U prime I prime U prime R U, and then we have its reverse, which will bring back the same edges in the opposite manner. So we will get algorithm for reverse 3 is U prime I prime U R U R U I prime U prime I prime. Then we have the same algorithm for the left, which brings FU to the FL, FL to FD, FD to BD, BD to FR. Algorithm 4 for the left is L prime, U prime, L prime, U, L, U, L, U, L prime, U prime. Then we have its reverse, which brings the same edges in the opposite direction. So reverse of algorithm 4 is U, L, U prime, L prime, U prime, L prime, U prime, L, U, L. Then we have algorithm 5 for the right side. It brings FU to FL, FL to BL, BL to RD, RD to FD. Algorithm is RU, RU, R, U prime, I prime, U prime, I prime, U prime. Then we have its reverse, which brings the edges in the opposite direction. So the reverse of algorithm 5 is U, R, U, R, U, I prime, U prime, I prime, U prime, I prime. Then we have the same algorithm for the left, that is algorithm 6 for the left, bringing FU to FR, FR to BR, BR to LD, and LD to FD. And so the algorithm 6 is L prime, U prime, L prime, U prime, L prime, U, L, U, L, U. And then we have its reverse, which brings the same edges in the same order but in reverse. So algorithms is U prime, L prime, U prime, L prime, U prime, L, U, L, U, L. These were the 6 algorithms and the reverse algorithms for the 5 edge movements. Now we have 2 algorithms, which is one for the right and one for the left, which rotates the middle layer edges. So for the right side, algorithm is R, U, 2R, U prime, F prime, U prime, L prime, 2B, L, F. It brings the RL or FR edge to FL, means here we have the edge blue and orange, so it comes here blue and orange. Then here we had edge orange and green, which came here orange and green, and here we had the edge green and red, which came here. So FR to FL, FL to BL. Then for its, we do not use its reverse algorithm. Then we have algorithm 8, which brings FL to FR, FR to BR. And the algorithm is L prime, U prime, 2L, U, F, U, R to B, I prime, F prime. And done. These were the 8 algorithms, major algorithms. And then for the rotation of only 3 edges on the same face, we have 8 different sets. You can see the sets on the right side, and I will add the algorithm on the top. So first we will see the 4 sets with the orange face at front. The first set is algorithm 5, algorithm 7, algorithm 5 reverse, which brings our FR, FU and FL in anti-clockwise direction. So let's try it. Algorithm 5 was R U R U R U prime R prime U prime R prime U prime. Then algorithm 7, which was R U 2R U prime F prime U prime L prime 2B L F. Then reverse of algorithm 5, that is U R U R U I prime U prime I prime U prime I prime. And as you can see, here we had the edge yellow and orange, which has been came here inside. Here we had edge orange and green, which came here, and here we had the edge blue and orange, which has come to the top. Then we have its reverse. For that reverse we use 5, algorithm 5, algorithm 8 and algorithm 5 reverse. But as you know that algorithm 8 is for the left, so after we use the algorithm 5 once, we turn to the left side, do algorithm 8, then we turn again to the right side. So the set becomes algorithm 5 y prime algorithm 8 y and reverse of algorithm 5. So let's try. Algorithm 5 was R U R U R U prime I prime U prime I prime U prime. Then y prime, that is turn to the left face, do algorithm 8, which was L prime U prime 2L U F U R 2B I prime F prime. Then turn to the right, that is Y. Then do algorithm 5 in reverse, which was U R U R U I prime U prime I prime U prime I prime, and done. As you can see that the effect of our earlier anti-clockwise has been reversed. So we rotated the FL into FU, FU into FR and FR into FL in a clockwise direction. So this was set 2. So now we go to the set 3, which is related with the down layer. So it rotates FR to FD, FD to FL and FL to FR. So the set is Y X algorithm 7, then Z X prime, then algorithm 5, algorithm 7, algorithm 5 reverse, then Z prime 8 Z. So let's start. First we have Y, so Y axis clockwise, then X axis clockwise, then algorithm 7, which was R U to R U prime F prime U prime L prime to B L F. Then we have Z X prime, then algorithm 5, which was R U R U R U prime R prime U prime R prime U prime. Then algorithm 7, which was R U 2R U prime F prime U prime L prime to B L F. Then algorithm 5 reverse, which was U R U R U R prime U prime R prime U prime R prime. Then Z prime, algorithm 8, which was L prime U prime L prime, sorry 2L U F U R 2B I prime F prime, and then Z. And so we can notice our FR, which was blue and orange, came to our FD orange and white came to FL, and our FL orange and green came to FR. So set 4 is its reverse, that is FR goes to FL, FL goes to FD, and FD goes to FR. And the set is same to the set 3, just the difference is we use the set 2 in between instead of set 1. That is, we use phi y prime 8y phi reverse instead of algorithm 5, algorithm 7, algorithm 5 reverse. So the set comes to be y x algorithm 7, that was r u to r u prime f prime u prime l prime to b l f, then z x prime algorithm 5, that is r u r u r u prime r prime u prime r prime u prime, then y prime algorithm 8, that is l prime u prime to l u f u r to b I prime f prime, y algorithm 5 reverse, that is u r u r u I prime u prime r prime u prime r prime, then z prime algorithm 8, that is l prime u prime to l u f u r to b I prime f prime, and then z, and done. This was our set 4, and our edges FR went to FL, FL went to FD, FD went to FR. And now all these were from the right side, that is orange front. Now we have similar sets with left side. The changes being, instead of algorithm 5, now we use algorithm 6. So our first set is anti-clockwise, FR into FU, FU into FL, and FL into FR. So algorithm comes to be, set is 6, 7, 6 reverse. But since, as we know that 7 is algorithm 7 is for right side, we do a y and y prime in between. So the set comes to be L prime U prime L prime U prime L prime U L U L U, then y algorithm 7, that is R U to R U prime F prime U prime L prime to B L F, then y prime, and then 6 reverse, that is U prime L prime U prime L prime U prime L U L U L. And hence we notice that our FR edge, which was orange and green, came to our FU, FU went to FL, and FL went to FR. Now we have its reverse, that is algorithm 6, algorithm 8, and reverse algorithm 6 set. So this is our set 6 clockwise direction. So the set comes to be L prime U prime L prime U prime L prime, U, L, U, L, U, L prime, U prime, 2L, U, F, U, R, 2B, R prime, F prime, U prime, L prime, U prime, L prime, U prime, L, U, L, U, L, and done. The effect of our set 5 is being reversed, that is FL went to FU, FU went to FR, and FR went to FL. Now we have set 7, which is related with the to the bottom. So FR goes to FD, FD goes to FL. Set is Z Y prime 8 Y Z prime 6 Y 7 Y prime 6 reverse Z 7 Z prime, which comes to be first Z, then Y prime, then algorithm 8, which is L prime U prime 2L U F U R 2B I prime F prime, then we have Y Z prime, then algorithm 6, that is L prime U prime L prime U prime L prime U L U L U, then Y algorithm 7, that is R U 2R U prime F prime U prime L prime 2B L F, then Y prime, and then reverse of algorithm 6, that is U prime L prime U prime L prime U prime L U L U L, then Z algorithm 7, that is R U 2R U prime F prime U prime L prime 2B L F and Z prime. So our FR, which was orange green, went to FD, FD went to FR, FL, and FL went to FR. So now we have the last set, that is set 8, which reverses the set 7 and goes like Z Y prime 8 Y Z prime 6 8 6 reverse Z 7 Z prime, which comes out to be Z Y prime algorithm 8, that is L prime U prime 2L U F U R 2B I prime F prime Y Z prime L prime U prime L prime U prime L prime U L U L U L prime U prime 2L U F U R 2B R prime F prime, then U prime L prime U prime L prime U prime L U L U L, then Z algorithm 7, that is R U 2R U prime F prime U prime L prime 2B L F, then Z prime, and then our FL went to FD, FD went to FR, and FR went to FL, and hence all of our sets are being done and seen. So guys, this is our condition in the cube where our inner edges of the cube are not on their correct position. So first, since we know that all the 8 algorithms are either from orange front yellow top or green front and yellow top, so we first arrange or put blue, white and red white edges on their correct position. So what first we search for them, red white or okay, so here we get red and white edge. It is in the FL position of orange, and we need to put it on our BD place. And so if we do algorithm 2 3 times, sorry 4 times or 1 time in reverse, we can put our FL into BD. So 1 time in reverse or 4 time in normal. So I prefer the reverse algorithm. So reverse of algorithm 3 was U prime R prime U R U R U R prime U prime R prime, and our orange, red and white edge is on its correct position. Then we search for our blue and white edge. It is present here. It is on the FL of the green side, and we need it in the BD. So we do the algorithm for 2 times to get our FL into our BD. Algorithm was L prime U prime L prime U L U L U L prime U prime. We had done the algorithm for once, so our FL was brought to FD and our FD was brought to BD. Now when we do the algorithm for once again, our FD will go to BD, that is our blue and white edge will go on its correct position. So let's do it again. Algorithm was L prime U prime L prime U L U L U L prime U prime, and so we have the back 2 edges on their correct positions. Now we will use either our 3 edge algorithms which were used to rotate the FR, FL and BL, or FL, FR and BR clockwise and anti-clockwise, or the sets, the 8 sets which we saw one by one to complete our cube. So first we complete the top layer edges. So here we have orange and yellow edge which is on its correct position, so no need to worry about that. On bottom we have orange and green which belongs to here, so again no worries. Here we need here yellow and green edge, so we'll search for yellow and green which is present here. So before we put it above on the top, we will try to complete the find and put green and white edge on its correct position, which is green and white. Okay, so it's here on the left side FL. So we will use our set of FL into FD into FR, which was our set 8, and it goes like Z Y prime algorithm 8, that is L prime U prime to L U F U R to B R prime F prime, then Y Z prime algorithm 6, that is L prime U prime L prime U prime L prime U L U L U, then algorithm 8, that is L prime U prime to L U F U R to B R prime F prime, then algorithm 6 reverse, that is U prime L prime U prime L prime U prime L U L U L. Then Z algorithm 7, that is R U to R U prime F prime U prime L prime to B L F, then Z prime. So our green and white edge is on its correct position. Now we need to place white and green edge on the top, that is our FU position, and it is currently in our FR. So we use our set 5, that is FR into FU, FU into FL, FL into FR. Set 5 was algorithm 6, that is L prime U prime L prime U prime L prime U U L U L U. Y algorithm 7, that is R U to R U prime F prime U prime L prime to B L F, then Y prime, then reverse of algorithm 6, that is U prime L prime U prime L prime U prime L U L U L. Now since our now one last FD is remaining, and we need to do clockwise from FR to FD, FD to FL to complete our last bottom layer edge. And since we need to rotate it clockwise, it is our set 3, that is Y X algorithm 7, that is R U to R U prime F prime U prime L prime to B L F, then Z X prime algorithm 5, that is R U R U R U prime R prime U prime R prime U prime, then algorithm 7, that is R U to R U prime F prime U prime L prime to B L F, then reverse of algorithm 5, that is U R U R U R prime U prime R prime U prime R prime, then Z prime, and algorithm 8, that is L prime U prime to L U F U R to B R prime F prime, then Z, and done. Our top layer edges and bottom layer edges are on their correct position. So now we can use one cycle, and so luckily our middle layer edges are also there on their correct position. So here we solve our step 3 of puppet cube V1. So guys, we had 8 sets of algorithms in step 3. Similarly, in step 4, where we have to flip the edges, we have some sets which flips a definite number of edges. For example, our first set flips are FU, FR, FD and RD. 1, 2, 3 and 4. All these 4 edges will be flipped on their correct position, and for that we use the set algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, which goes like so our FU, FR, FD and RD, all 4 of them are being switched, flipped on their correct positions. So the algorithm comes to be algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5. done. All the edges have been flipped back to their position. Second set, we have same use for the left side, which is FU, FL, FD, LD. And so we use the set 2626, that is so our FU, FD, FL and LD, all of them are being flipped on their correct positions. So the set goes like algorithm 2, algorithm 6, algorithm 2, algorithm 6, and done. Next have we set 3. This set flips for the right side, so we have to flip our RD, FR, FD and LB. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And so the algorithm or the set goes like so our FR, FD, RD and LB are being flipped. The set goes like algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1. Then we have the similar set for left, which is our set 4. It goes like so our FL, FD, LD and RB are being flipped, and the set goes like algorithm 6, algorithm 2, algorithm 6, algorithm 2, and done. All the 4 edges are being flipped correctly back to their position. These were the 4 sets which flip 4 edges at a time. Now we have few sets which flip 2 edges at a time. For the first, we have from orange yellow, which flips FU and LB, these 2 edges, and algorithm, and the set goes like set once, set 1 once, then set 3 once, which is there is a problem. Our FU and LB have been flipped. So our FU and LB have been flipped, and the set goes like algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5 twice, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, and our FU and LB have been flipped. Then we have the similar set for the left, which flips our FU and RB, and it goes like algorithm. And then our FU and RB have been flipped, and so the algorithm for doing it goes like algorithm 2, algorithm 6, algorithm 2, algorithm 6 twice, algorithm 2, algorithm 6, algorithm 2, and then our FU and RB gets flipped. Then the third set we have is for our FL and FD from orange, which is this piece and this one. So it goes like and our FL piece, the one inside, and FD piece have been flipped. And the set of algorithms goes like algorithm 1 twice, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5 twice, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, and our FL and FD edges get flipped. Next we have similar set for left side, which will flip our FR and FD, and so the algorithm goes like set with set, and then our FR and FD have been flipped. The set of algorithms goes like algorithm 2 twice, algorithm 6, algorithm 2, algorithm 6 twice, algorithm 2, algorithm 6, and then our FR and FD are flipped back to their correct orientation. Then our fifth set of two edge orientation is a quite bit complicated, as it is a combination of set 1 and 2 of step 3 with the set 1 of 2 edge. So it goes like, first we do the set of anti-clockwise of rotation from the orange, anti-clockwise rotation, then we flip FU with LB, and then we use the anti-clockwise rotation to bring them back to the position. So the set goes like, and hence our FR, which is FR and LB, get flipped. So the set of algorithms goes like algorithm 5, algorithm 7, algorithm 5 reverse, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5 twice, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 8, but from the green side, algorithm 8, algorithm 5 reverse. And hence our FR and BL have been flipped back to their correct positions. So these were the major sets to be used, and when we have the scrambled cube, we actually do a trial and error method and use the 5 sets of 2 edge flipping and 4 sets of 4 edge flippings to bring all the edges on their correct position and correct orientation. For an example, so guys, this is an example for flipping the edges. Here we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more must be, one more is 6. 6 edges are being oriented incorrectly, that is flipped on their correct position. Always remember that the number of edges to be flipped is always even. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So first I will use the algorithm set of algorithms to solve the flippings of FU, FL, LD and FD, which are set 2 of flipping the edges by algorithms 2626 and then our FU, FL, FD and LD have been flipped. Now we are left with our 2 edges, which are FU and FR, and we actually don't have a single algorithm to solve it, but we have 2 algorithms, set of two sets, which will solve the set. First set of our 2 edge flippings, which flips our FU and LB, and then we have a set which flips our FR and LB. So first we will flip the FU and incorrectly flip the LB using the set 15155151. So it goes like algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5 twice, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1. So our FU is been flipped correctly and our LB is been flipped incorrectly. And now we have a set which solves LB and FR. So let's begin. It goes like algorithm 5, algorithm 7, algorithm 5 reverse, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1, algorithm 5 twice, algorithm 1, algorithm 5, algorithm 1. Now algorithm 5, algorithm 8, but from the green face, then from orange face, reverse of algorithm 5, and then all of our edges have been flipped correctly. And here we solve our cube. So guys, if you found this video helpful, so please like it, share with your Cubo friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.